animal outside.
What is that?
Well, just so you know, as Rifle is demonstrating during the show today, there will be many free flight demonstrations where the birds are going to fly just over your head. So we ask that you please remain seated and do not attempt to touch the birds as they fly by. They will not harm you in any way. And always remember, folks, that if you look up, keep your mouths closed. The Harris hawk is a typical bird of prey or raptor with extremely strong feet and 8 pointed talons, one on the end of each toe. With these feet and talons, it catches and kills its prey and then uses its hooked upper beak as its knife and fork, tearing the prey into bite-sized pieces. The Harris hawk is unique in the raptor world, hunting in packs, in packs of 4 to 7 birds. This is very unusual because most hawks hunt alone. During the chase, if the prey were to reach a hiding place, one of the pack will fly to the ground and run into the cover, flushing the prey out so that the others can capture it. And then the whole family shares in the feast. So isn't that some great flying from our first bird, Rifle? Thank you, Rifle.
Awesome.
Now I would like to ask a boy or girl to tell me the one thing that makes birds different from all other animals.
Beak.
Do you guys have any guesses?
Beak.
Now, what covers their entire bodies?
Hair?
You guys can shout it out to anybody. Shout it really loud.
Feathers.
Feathers. Very good. Birds have many special features to help them fly. But without feathers, flight would be impossible. Now our next bird coming. Everybody duck! Get down. Folks, it's our thundering flock of Indian runner ducks on their way back to Southeast Asia. Did you know that worldwide more duck eggs are consumed by humans than chicken eggs? Indian runner ducks are a domestic breed that are bred for their meat and their eggs. Now by a show of hands, kind of like a little pop quiz, how many of you think that young birds learn to fly by watching their parents?
No.
Yeah, maybe a couple? Yeah? Well, then how many think that flight is an instinct, or something birds are just hatched already knowing how to do? Yeah, you can go, you can switch, yeah. Well, I have a story for you. Not long ago, a German scientist raised a group of pigeons in a very small box. Unlike regular pigeons, these pigeons couldn't see older pigeons as they grew. When they were old enough, the scientists took them out of the box and threw them up into the air, and they flew away just as if they had been raised normally. This experiment proves that flight is most likely an instinct. Another bird similar in size to the pigeon is the American kestrel. This is our country's smallest falcon. Kestrels can be seen here in Arkansas perched on telephone wires along our highways. Another name for the American kestrel is the sparrowhawk, but this is a misleading name because this little bird is actually a falcon. If you look closely, you'll notice that this bird has long, narrow wings, a long tail, and large feet relative to its body size. These are all falcon characteristics. The American kestrel is a remarkable bird in that it can hover in the air just like a hummingbird. It can also kite, which occurs when the bird flies into the wind as fast as the wind pushes it back. Kiting allows for a bird to stay in one spot in the air as it searches for prey below. Kestrels like to nest in the cavities of dead or dying trees, but they will also use nest boxes made by humans, like our display model on our fence that our little bird popped out of. So if you wish to invite kestrels to your property, you can find simple instructions to build a nest box just like ours. With most bird of prey species, it is very difficult to tell the difference between the males and the females because they are colored the same. But kestrels are different. The males have blue wings and the females have brown wings. So maybe we can get our little bird back up here. You guys can check out these wings. Can anybody tell me if this little bird is a male or a female? What do you guys think?
Little girl.
Female? Female. Very good. She has some beautiful brown wings. This is Sassy, our American kestrel. And she definitely lives up to her name, let me tell you. Now, if you were to see a male kestrel in the wild, you'll see those bright blue wings, and they're a very distinctive blue. You can definitely tell the difference. Kestrels have been clocked diving up to speeds of 65 miles an hour. That is really quick for this little bird. But the fastest bird on the planet is called the peregrine falcon, and it has been clocked diving up to speeds of 260 miles an hour. Much, much quicker. So let's hear it for our little sassy, our little fast flyer. Thank you, sweetheart. The wing feathers on a bird aren't the only feathers that help a bird fly. The tail feathers also play a very important role. The tail grips the air as the bird passes through it, providing stability and lightning-fast maneuverability. Different actions of the tail, such as fanning out, help support a bird in flight, but also help the bird put on the brakes before landing. So let's check out the tail on this guy.
This is awesome.
This is Murdoch. Murdoch is a military macaw. Macaws have, oh, that was really nice. Thanks,
Awesome,
buddy.
Murdoch.
Macaws have over 1,000 pounds of force in their beaks. So extra hard nuts, like a Brazil nut, can be cracked open with relative ease. It is known that some of the seeds eaten by wild macaws are poisonous to their digestive systems. Ornithologists, or scientists studying birds, think that these toxic seeds are why macaws and other parrots will gather at riverbanks and cliffsides to eat the exposed soil, which may help the toxic seeds pass through the macaw's stomach and intestines without harming the bird. Now, if you get a good look at Murdoch and his body shape, you may be able to tell how macaws are built for speed. They're like little torpedoes. Macaws travel long distances over their rainforest homes in search of ripe fruits. Many of our world's parrots and macaws are threatened or endangered because of habitat loss and the illegal pet trade. What can you do to help? Recycling, especially aluminum cans. It not only saves energy, but it also reduces the need for raw aluminum, much of which comes from South American mines that destroy rainforests. Many of you have probably heard how beautiful bird voices can be. Birds sing to attract mates and to tell rival males that this territory is taken. Parrot voices are not melodious, but parrots are one of the few birds that can mimic sounds that they hear. So I would like to introduce you to another parrot friend of mine. Thank you, Amanda. Hello, handsome. Can you tell them your name? Nemo. You guys catch that? What's your name? Nemo. Nemo. Hi, Nemo. This cute little guy is an African gray parrot. Nemo, you look a little tired today. Are you sleepy? Oh, wow, that's quite a yawn. You know what I do when I'm tired? I call my friend the rooster. Nemo and I would like to share a fairy tale with you today. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess. Was she pretty? Was she really pretty? Oh, goodness, well, she must have been gorgeous. One day, the princess was stolen away by an evil ogre. Nemo knew he had to rescue her, so he chased after the evil ogre, and he charged into his lair. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Sure! Nemo threw up his big wings, and that scared that ogre away. He gave the lucky princess a kiss, and together they rode off into the sunset. Ready? Nemo, you did such a good job. Can you give them a wave goodbye? Yeah, that is very nice of you. Let's hear it for Nemo. Thank you, Amanda. Now, Nemo is pretty cute, isn't he? Yeah, he's adorable. But if you're thinking about getting a parrot as a pet, please remember the following. Parrots are highly intelligent and very social. If they don't get the attention they need, they will more than likely become destructive to themselves and their caretakers. They may also outlive you. Murdoch, our macaw, is now 5 years old, but he will probably live to be 75 years old. Also keep in mind that parrots are very messy eaters. While messy eating in a cage doesn't help us out much, it works out in the wild because the seeds that they drop to the rainforest floor may one day become rainforest trees. We have with us today one of the most interesting raptors in the entire world. If I don't say so myself, she is absolutely gorgeous. So flapping around back there is our beautiful Dewey. Dewey is a Bateleur eagle. Bateleur eagles are native to Africa. They have extremely strong feet, as all birds of prey do, but their toes are short to more easily kill the venomous snakes that these birds may feed on. They have also been known to eat carrion or dead animals. So take a look at Dewey's tail, as her butt's facing you guys right now. You'll notice that she has a very short tail. It's only about 3 inches long. These birds also have extremely long wings relative to their body size. In French, Bateleur means acrobat or tumbler. So ornithologists think that the short tail and long wings aid in their spectacular courtship flights. These birds are able to perform rolls and tumbles in the air that most other birds cannot do. Unfortunately, because of habitat loss, pesticides, and a slow reproductive rate, the Bateleur eagle is endangered throughout most of its range in Africa. Now, by a slow reproductive rate, I mean that a pair of Bateleur eagles will only produce 1 chick every single year. So all of the work and effort over that 1 year is put towards raising just that 1 chick. We have talked about feathers that help a bird fly, but there are also feathers that help a bird catch its food. And our next bird is a great example of how these special feathers work. One of our Earth's most common raptors is the barn owl. And poking around the corner over there, that's our little Barnabas. He is an American barn owl. Barn owls are found on every continent except for Antarctica. Unfortunately, because of habitat loss and poisoning, the barn owl is an endangered species in our country